Oh, he's just a Wreck-It Ralph.
Here we go. Hey, everybody. It's NFT Circus with the gang today. It's Crackers and TC, and we don't have any guests today, so that's awesome. Not yet. Hopefully they'll show up. I'm not really sure where they're at, but if you need the link, it doesn't matter. So what we decided was if anybody wants to come on up and talk, you just let me know. I'm going to post the link, and you guys just come up here. We'll do like a Twitter space. You come up, talk about your project, find out about your project, and then you can come do it from there. So anyway, we haven't done one of these in a while. We did this before, like a couple months ago, Crackers, TC, around there, when we did a free-for-all.
Oh, yes, that crazy.
Yeah, like,
you remember?
Yes, I remember that. I've seen some purchase over that.
I was thinking one of my favorite shows was when your mic was all screwed up and you're talking, you're like whining. Remember that, Crackers?
Yeah,
that was absolutely hilarious. Like you sucking on helium.
Right.
Actually, have you seen Mr. Shifty's drop today? Mr. Shifty Bear.
No, let me. Gosh, how am I going to get this to work with the Twitter? Because my Twitter, for some reason, on my Brave today. Oh, there it is. Oh, maybe it's working now. I'm going to just shut my mouth. There we go. I'm going to just shut my mouth. It's working now. All right, so let me share my screen here. Shifty Bears, is that what it was?
Yeah, but it's the new project he launched today.
Do you know the name?
I'm looking it up as we speak.
Oh, your mic went off?
Yeah, somebody's mic went off.
I went off there. Sorry. Sully was talking about it. Hang on.
Those are the Chain Champs one?
That's the one. Have you checked it out?
No, I know about the Chain Champs. So is he attached to that? Or is he helping doing the art for that? Is that what it was?
I think that's his project, because he does do Shifty Bears, which is a different type of bear as such. So this went live today, and I think it's in Marketplace actually, or it could be a Pacific Marketplace.
Yeah, that's Chain Champs, man. Let me see if I can bring that up.
Hey, I just want to say one thing.
Yeah.
This would be the best time to do a giveaway, because then we're guaranteed one of us will win.
I haven't.
Hold on, let me bring that up. That's too funny. It's not like we don't always win anyway, so it doesn't really matter.
I was thinking, do you want to try get one of those Twitter, not the Twitch games, in one of the
Hold on, I
nights?
haven't got my name in yet.
Yeah, someone put it in the name. So hey, if you're watching, put in $MORBS. All right, and that's how we'll get that. I'm going to comment $MORBS to be entered. So if you are out there, if you're just listening or watching, go to the YouTube chat, type in $MORBS in the chat, and that way you're just entered for the giveaways. And for the first giveaway, I'm just going to give away 250 MORBS tokens. 250 MORBS tokens, people, to one of us in the room. Let's see who's going to get it.
Hold on, I haven't got my name in there.
Oh, you missed the first one.
You snooze, you lose.
My internet.
Chili B. You win 250 MORBS tokens.
I hear this is rigged. One of the percentage should be winning.
Like the one time you think that we would definitely win, we definitely did not. So, Chili B, hit me up at MORBS15 with your wax ID. I'll send you over 250.
Have you actually speaking of Chili B? Have you actually looked at his work? Oh, we had him in the wax.
Wait, let's go to that's where we're going. Hey, Chili B, if you'd like to come up and talk, go ahead and let us know in the chat. We'll send you a link and get you in here. But anyway, I'm going to look at Chili B's work really quick, because he does some cool stuff, man. He does some how would you describe it? Like claymation style? Would that be the best way to do it? Let's see if I'm Chili.
Celebrity Deathmatch. If you remember that.
Celebrity Deathmatch. Yeah, exactly. Yep, exactly. Chili B. I'm just wondering if I'm doing it right. I don't know if the link is the right one. Chili. Do you have the link by any chance?
I'll get it in 2 seconds.
Chili B. No, he's there somewhere. Let me.
It's Chili_Breeze, or I can just drop you the link.
Yeah, drop me a link in the private chat. That's way easier. All right. Well, he's on his phone right now. Maybe next time. All right, we'll get you sometime, Chili B. But we're still going to show your stuff once I get a link to show. So let me. Here we go. Chili Breeze. pop that up. So he made these.
These are cool.
Awesome. So this is I believe this is supposed to be Yoshi. Is this supposed to be Yoshi?
Yeah, I think so.
It's Yoshi with his broken
Yoshi
doll's
Thuggy.
top.
Yeah, he has both Yoshis with the Thuggo cap, wax shirt. So cool. And then of course flipping you off with the broken dolls tank top. That's super cool, man. That's super cool.
Are these real characters or just an NFT?
I think he actually makes these.
He actually makes these. He actually does
Chili,
and then when he mold them and then create them into the character.
Yep.
Oh, cool.
Yep. I'm trying to find one of the other ones that he had. Let me see. Scroll down a little bit.
He does animations and he does stills as well. So he does a bit of both.
That's pretty cool too. That one looks like it's ready to happen right there. That's that's super cool. Thuggy Fuzzy. Anyway, yeah. So Chili B, go check him out. I'm going to pop the link in the YouTube chat.
We got someone. We have Sean.
Oh, we got someone. Woohoo! Sean, what's happening, man?
Hey.
So
Can you hear
Sean
me?
is from.
Yeah, I can hear you.
Okay.
It's from Canada.
Yep, for Coronavirus. Oh, by the way, happy Canada Day, Canadian
What?
Day.
Thanks.
Hey, I'm going to go get some poutine right after this. I'm ready for it.
Canada celebrates itself. Is that what the Mounties go for parade or something?
No, it's the Independence Day of Canada. Isn't that right, TC? Is that what it is?
Yeah.
We were given our independence. We didn't run away like America did.
Oh,
right.
Shots fired. Yeah, a good way to celebrate is to get some poutine or some other bear claw.
That's so stereotypical.
Right, totally right. My wife's Canadian, so I actually am going to go get poutine after this. So I'm sorry, but yes, I'm going to do that.
Anyway, ask, what is it? Sorry, before we
so it's French fries, pommes frites with gravy on it, and cheese curds.
But, so it's a cheesy gravy chips.
Yeah, cheesy gravy chips. Exactly.
You Americans always have to make double words, and Canadians have to make up double, triple words for the same thing.
So cool. So Sean here is part of a project called Chronaverse. That's right. So tell us a little bit about this, Sean. How did you? This is an older project. It's been around for a little while too, hasn't it?
He was one of the first. He's one of the first people on wax.
Right. Yep. Exactly. Tell us about it.
The granddaddy of collections. Yep. All right. So when I first started, there was about maybe 5 collections on Atomic Hub.
Wow.
And so it's funny. The whole story was kind of interesting. I didn't know anything about crypto at all. My friend on Facebook sent me a link for a site called SoMe, which is a crypto-based social media site.
Okay.
And so I started using that. And so it was cool. You kind of got paid to kind of make posts on it, kind of thing.
Nice.
And so somebody posted an online game on there called Alien Worlds, and that's kind of how I started.
Yeah.
I remember trying to get wax on, but because I have a Royal Bank in Canada, they won't let you do cryptocurrency conversions.
Okay.
So I had to use Alien Worlds in order to kind of accumulate any sort of wax to begin with.
Oh my gosh! Wow.
And then I started on that, and then I started on Colobox, which was basically the second one, which it was just starting out at the time too.
Right.
And so like me and like a bunch of the Alien Worlds people, Rigi and all those guys, we were playing on Colobox, and then so we got some stuff on that, and then Our Planet came out, and everyone was kind of leery about that because they're like, well, what are they going to be doing with our NFTs kind of thing?
Right.
And so I took about a week before I kind of tested the waters to see what was going on with that. And so I started, because at that time you could stake Colobox and Alien Worlds cards. So that was all that I had at the time.
Gotcha.
And so I started doing that. And like at that time, like they were giving like mad returns kind of thing. Like,
I mean, that was when Our Planet was hot. That was like when it was like, man, the money was coming in on that.
Oh yeah, like my Colobox gave me like 10,000 Aether just on like maybe 200 Colobox. And they're like fractions of Aether now.
Right.
That's how far it's gone. So like at that point, the first Elements sale came out. You know, when you got like the like fire, earth, water, and wind kind of thing. Just those ones that you could originally stake. There's only like, I don't know, maybe like 500 of each. So they were like the collector's ones. And so like we were all trying to kind of scrambling to get it because those things sold out within like 5 minutes kind of thing. So I got a couple of them, and then I'm like, I wish, because Rihi was like, I got like 20. I'm like, I can only afford like one. And so at that time I'm like, and then suddenly something clicked with me. I'm like, why don't I just make my own collection?
Right.
And start selling it. And so that's when things kind of happened. And so I credit Alien Worlds and Our Planet for basically convincing me to make my collection, because I'm like, yeah, man, I'm an artist and a musician. I've been doing this stuff since like 2000. I've been famous on the internet since 2003. Like if you Google my name, you'll find stuff.
We got to check that out. And then so like when's the what are the current drops? Is this the Nifty drops? Is that the best place to look?
Okay, so like, okay, the site that you're on basically is like just kind of like my main page where it basically pulls from everything. But so like on there you can see it's got blends. So the blends, everything links, all those buttons link to all the proper places that you need to go. So you can basically do everything through the site. But you can go on Nifty as well. But I mean, new people aren't necessarily going to know that you have to go to Nifty, because my collection, there's going to be a lot of firsts, because I was like one of the first to do all this stuff. So actually me and Jose of Nifty Blocks actually helped to build the site. Actually, I actually helped them beta test it before it even came out. And so I was one of the first people to do blends and to actually make my collection around the blends kind of thing. So because I'm an artist, I don't want to just sell my stuff, right? That's just, you're not going to profit a lot just by saying like, here it is, buy it. So what I did is that I would actually make promo pieces on my page, and they'd just be like small images of my work. And then what I would do is I would create snapshots of those. So they'd be just like a little thumbnail of the piece. And like, if you look on Marketplace, that's the majority of what's on there. And what I would do is I would make packs and I would sell those. And then you would get like maybe like 50 or 100 of those, and you would blend them together, create the full resolution piece. So like the same size that's on my art gallery page. Outside of crypto. And so people would, and then that way you kind of get the value for your piece, right? Because people are more willing to spend like 200 pieces for 5 wax each, as opposed to one piece for 1,000 wax.
Of course.
So then, and so like at that time I was doing a whole bunch of things. I was doing the Arquidus blend, which is if anybody knows the Chronaverse, they know the big logo is like the big scary dragon with all the big sharp teeth kind of thing. And so that right there, you can see it on the right where you were.
Oh wait,
not that one. That's an Ariel. That's the other dragon.
My bad. 1 second. Let me get there.
Yeah, as you can see, there's a lot. Okay,
this one right here, the Genova quarter.
Nope, the one on the far right.
This one right here.
Yeah, there we go. That's it. It's kind of like it doesn't show all of them, but that because that was a promo piece as well. So if you click that.
Okay.
I don't know if you can on Nifty.
Maybe
I don't
it doesn't.
know if they full size.
You know what? I think I have to go to the template off of it. I think on Nifty, I think that's how it works. Let me see.
Actually, if you keep scrolling down, that one's actually just it's not the full piece.
You got so many in here. He has so much to go through, guys. Go check out his gallery. There's so much in here. Really cool stuff.
Yeah, it's basically become like a jungle over the years kind of thing. Well, just because like back then there was nothing when I first started, right? So everyone was just kind of trying to figure out how to sort this stuff. So I would learn something. So you can see if you scroll up again for a sec,
of course.
On the right, or sorry, on the left.
Yes,
you can see his face. Yeah.
Yep.
So that's the front view of him. So that's the promo piece for.
There we go. That's the best way to look at it right there.
Yeah, you can see. He's kind of the mascot with all the scary teeth kind of thing.
Love it.
He was the first blend in the collection. He was also one of the first pieces in the collection. And so how it worked is that I originally did both of them in MS Paint. I wanted to challenge myself.
Nice.
And so I did it over
MS Paint.
Yeah.
Really
good. Over a period of that one I did in a day, but the actual full one that you can find, I did over a period of 2 weeks.
Oh my
And
god!
as I was doing it, I would cut off pieces, and I would actually make them as blend pieces, and people had to accumulate all the pieces together over that period of time in order to create the full resolution piece.
Now with these coins, what is the coin purpose? Like what is this for?
So that's
part of the game?
That's not a coin, that's a Discman.
Discman, sorry about that.
Yes, it's the Chronaverse Discman, the first of its kind on Atomic Hub, and those actually play music. So if you actually go into the NFT, you'll see not only the spinning Discman with the CD of the album inside it spinning away, you'll actually see the album cover, the disc, the CD back. And because it's Nifty, I don't think they actually have the audio capability. But if you actually go on Atomic Hub, there will actually be a fifth one. See that one? Yeah, that's just the MP4. So it actually just loops. So that doesn't have the audio on it. But if you go to Atomic Hub, each one of them.
There we go. Yeah. Oh wait, do you mind if I play the audio?
No, not at all.
Okay, let me show you. I love playing audio when we're on the show. So let me. I think this is it. Yeah. All right.
Huh. So that's off my Sonic the Hedgehog albums, because back in 2003, I first started on a site called Newgrounds, and I did a lot of video game remixes, like over 300 kind of thing, that type of thing. And so eventually I condensed them all into albums and put them on Spotify. So the Discman's actually linked to the Spotify in their attributes. And so that's kind of my way of showcasing my art and music on Atomic Hub and Nifty kind of thing.
Very cool.
And so yeah, each one of them is like a collector's thing. They're like there's slight different variations in color, and as when I go in different albums, they'll have different looks for each Discman. But the big thing for the Discmans now is that they can actually be staked on our planet for like 2,500 Ether each.
Oh, well, really? That's great.
Yeah.
And are they part of that new staking system on our planet that they just released a couple months back?
Yeah. So the Chronaverse is actually, well, sometimes it's first place on our planet, sometimes it's second place, but we're pretty much like a big heavy roller. And we got a lot of big heavy rollers on our team kind of thing to kind of keep us up there. So
you guys have like a ton of stuff here. I'm gonna have to jump down this rabbit hole a little bit more here. I've been camping. I'm all like, whoa, dude, there's so much stuff I gotta look at here. Like, wait a second.
Yeah, that's the thing. Like a lot of people, it's kind of flown under the radar, but I kind of like it that way too, because I mean, the more that you're in the spotlight, the more people kind of shit on you, kind of thing.
Sure.
And so like I've noticed, like, because I think you heard that there's a site called NFT out right now. And they have like a bunch of awards, right? Like,
oh yes.
Right. So I was nominated for best art collection on Atomic Hub, and I'm first place on there right now. But nice. Of course, other people, they look at your Twitter, they see how you comment, and then they decide that they don't like you, and then they try to take you down. So they've been trying to cancel me actually right now.
Oh no, don't cancel
They
people.
say I'm racist because I was raised on Newgrounds and IRC, and so I make fun of everyone. I don't care what culture you are. I don't care what nationality you are.
Okay.
I'll just say whatever. And, certain people don't take kindly to that. And I'm too old school. I'm too old to change. So it's just the way I am.
Gotcha.
So I've had to deal with that bullshit. But
well, the whole space seems a little on edge, to be quite honest. So we in Crackers and at TC were talking about that a little bit earlier. Yeah, it's a little different, the space. I'm sure you coming from the original parts of this being like, I mean, kind of like the Proton network right now on Nifty Blocks, which is like it's just starting. Like there's only a few collections doing it. So how do you look at Wax in the transformation from the time you started till now?
Okay, so when I first started, there were very few games, as I'm sure you can understand. Sure. And the first game was basically, it was the only, up to this day even, it's still the only free to play game, because everyone else needs at least some sort of starter to get you started.
Some assets, right?
Yeah, but with Alien Worlds, you needed nothing. You could start from, because they would give you a shovel, right? So
that was that shovel, exactly. The infamous shovel. When I first got to Wax, like
shoveling shit.
Shovel.
And when we first started, you could get like 10 to 100 TLM per dig.
Oh wow!
And like now it's like 0.02 or 0.1
if you're lucky.
kind of thing. And
if you're lucky.
Yeah. So now, back in the day, I mean, obviously the value of it was different too, right? Like you would need like 400 of it and get like 20 wax or something.
Right.
But like back in the day, if we kind of held on to that, it'd probably be worth a lot more now.
Sure.
And so like back in the day, because there were so few, like it was easier for people to see your collection on the list, right? Because I mean, I was at the top of the list for quite a long time, and so I got a lot of sales off of that. And I don't want to say I was the first, because me and Uplift kind of have a contentious debate among that as to who came first. But I was the first solo musician / artist doing their own thing to be on Atomic Hub doing my thing. And back then, it was all about just the art, right?
Sure.
People just wanted to collect stuff like collector's cards. And then as time went by and all these, it was funny. At one point, like every single collection was in the works. Every single game was in the works. So everyone's kind of panicking because like, there's no stability. We don't know what's going to work and what's not going to work, because everything's literally being built as we speak. So you're just kind of gambling here and there. Will this one do good? Will that one do good?
Sure.
Kind of thing. And then as those people game established, the corporate arrogance starts to crawl in, kind of thing, where they're like, oh, well, we have utility and you're just a collection, kind of thing. And so that kind of arrogance started coming in. But the thing is with me is like, because I was first, I'm like, I don't really give a shit what you think, man. I was here before you are, and I'll be here long before your collection crashes and burns.
Right.
Because when you're a game, I mean, you got your peak at the top, and then as you hyperinflate, your collection just goes. I mean, you've seen it with Farmer's World, and with other collections.
Yeah,
it's just it's the nature of the pools, right? I mean, there's no way around it. Yeah. If you have, unless you're constantly adding more to your pool, you're just going to hyperinflate eventually. You just can't get around that.
Sure.
Kind of thing. And so obviously at that point, like for me, I mean, I can coast on my art to a degree. I mean, I have an established user base and I got people with lots of money who buy my stuff, kind of thing. People have actually compared my stuff to Gucci because they're like, I can't afford your stuff. Well, I mean, that was before wax was like 10 cents, but you know. Right.
Well,
but like now it's just like, okay.
It's like Walmart.
Now it's like, you got to get more utility.
What?
Sorry, Cracker?
Wait, say it again, Cracker. Your mic is getting crackly. Wait, your mic's all weird. Your mic's off. Your mic's all weird.
I think you're probably partially connected.
Can you hear me
now? Maybe plug it. Yeah, it's crackly. It's like you're breaking in and out.
Oh, sorry. No, I was saying he was Gucci, but now he's more like Walmart.
Oh my god.
Well, that brings up to another interesting point. Me and Byron Rempel, Byron the artist, he does like the skulls.
We love Byron. Yeah, he's the zombie art master. Yes.
So him and I started roughly the same period of time. He came a little after me, but we were kind of like the art collections on Atomic Hub when we started. And him and I, we're both Canadian, and him and I were friends for like a year, but there's certain topics, let's just say, we can't discuss. And one day we got into them and that was it, kind of thing. So I haven't talked to him since. But during that time that we were friends, kind of thing, we figured, you know, we have to start finding more utility for our art, kind of thing. So he's gone in various ways. He has his own little Zickle army game that he's got. He's on Wombat, I think, which I've applied for as well. But I mean, as you know, it can take months for them to respond to you on that. I'm on our planet, obviously. I'm on Galactic 123. I have a lot of my utility in there as well. But at the same time, it's kind of, I mean, Ken Bozak went through this. I mean, when I first came on, Ken Bozak had just gotten added to our planet.
Right.
And what he realized is that a lot of people only wanted his stuff for the staking elements.
Right.
And I'm actually kind of glad that I applied the first time, but I applied a little too late. So by the time I'd applied, there were only like 30 collections before me to be considered. Then after that, they started focusing on other things. So I never got in the first time. But I fear that if I had gotten in the first time, people would have attributed my success purely to our planet as opposed to my own merits. Whereas at this point, I basically Like Data Junkie can tell you, all the others can tell you that I have been basically selling this shit like hotcakes for a year and a half just on my own.
Right.
Right. I didn't need Our Planet. I didn't need any of the others. They're just perks. And whenever people try to bring that shit up with me, I'm like, you know what? I've been doing this shit way before you have, and it's just been art. People like, and that's the other thing. Like, my voting on Our Planet has never gone down because the people that vote for my stuff are hardcore fans. They've been with me every step of the way. I built myself a solid user base. It's not a huge user base. It's not thousands of people, as certain people like to mention. But I mean, you don't need thousands of people. I mean, there are people.
You don't.
There are people who give stuff away for free, and then you know you get the grifters. You might get thousands of people, but they're not real fans. And as soon as you stop giving stuff away, they're just all going to either cut you up or they're just going to leave.
Yep.
Kind of thing. I had like, I don't know, almost 1,000 people on my Telegram at one point, and I got rid of 3/4 of them because they never talked, first of all, and they were just there for the free stuff. And so, like, I basically learned as I've gone, kind of thing. People were like, well, you should really do this, or you should really do that. I was like, I have been doing that long before you've been around, and I've learned this, and this from it. And what I've learned is that you basically have to make people earn the stuff that you give away. That's how you keep your fans.
Yep. And you bring up actually a funny point, because I've now been here a little bit, not as long as you, but I've been here quite some time. So is TC. I think we all started about the same time last year. I think we were like the second crew that rolled into to Atomic. But I've already seen people already regurgitate ideas, thinking they're new ideas. I'm like, it's already been done, guys. We've done that. We've tried it. There was reasons why it didn't work, but it's live and learn. People have to kind of do it themselves for some reason and kind of figure stuff out.
Was the community matured as such that an idea that didn't work last year could work now?
It totally could. But there's things that I think are basically wrong sometimes in some of these things. Like a lot of the in real life stuff. It's like, I think people don't understand that like print on demand, all that kind of stuff. It's been around for years, and there's a lot of complications just on the back end side of stuff. And crypto's not really built for it yet, so it's like it's real interesting to see everyone's trying to go that route, because I'm like there's a lot of there's the dark side of it too, when you're like, oh, I shipped it to the wrong place and I have no way to track my orders because crypto's not built that way yet. So hopefully that stuff will change. It's all growing. Right now I think we're in that big like bear market grow period. Like we're everyone's just kind of like going back to their huts. We're kind of like going to the garage, kind of working on stuff, seeing what's going to hit work.
Yeah.
So,
but that's the thing. That's what you want. You want people to continue pumping, because one wax is still one wax, whether it be $1 or 1 cent. I mean, it's still the same value until you sell it, and I don't think people realize that unless you sell it, it's still worth the same.
Yep.
Yeah, it's like stocks, basically. People see things go down, they panic, right?
Exactly.
It's all about their bottom line. Whereas
I think people have to go through an entire cycle before they get that.
I think you're right, TC. I think that's a really good point.
It's the only way they'll learn.
It is. Like they have to understand the roller coaster. It's all like, like just because it seems like it's like the darkest depths of the end. It's like it could be back next month, guys. Like literally, that's how fast crypto works. So it's
well, you heard latest. You heard Bitcoin is the SEC is after declaring that it could be counted as a commodity.
Oh,
Bitcoin
really?
alone. The rest of them are all was it securities or something?
Security, SLB security kind of stuff. Yeah.
So this is now that could help Bitcoin fucking pump.
Yeah.
And everything
Bitcoin
else fall off.
It's just I know people don't like to hear that, but if Bitcoin pumps, everything else pumps. It's just that seems just to be the nature of what I've seen, in my time here. So
like gold. If gold goes up, everything else goes up.
Yeah.
That's the way it kind of operates, and this I think people have to realize that.
But the irony is that people expect crypto to be separate from the world markets, and they're not.
That's 100%. That's a very good point too, Sean. Really good point. It's like they thought, like, oh, just because it's affecting the stocks or the inflation rate right now is affecting all this other stuff. It's like, dude, it's going to affect crypto for sure. Like, that's right. Not going to happen.
Well, okay, put like this: if we're in a bear market in the crypto, we're in a fucking Arctic fucking storm in world.
Yeah.
I mean, you might as well say it's one ship versus a giant big ass fucking third.
Yep.
Because. And it's not going to get better in the next, I'd say, 6 to 8 months. I mean, I think over here we're running at 10% inflation.
Oh wow. Yeah.
We sell petrol over here in liters now. You used to do it in the gallons, is it?
Sure. Yeah, we do in
I do
gallons.
liters.
Right,
I do liters.
We do liters in
so
Canada.
You guys do liters in Canada?
yeah, it's just Americans a bit backwards.
Yeah,
But
we like to work with fractions anyway. But
fair.
Over here at the moment, I think an average liter of petrol is €2.18.
Oh wow.
Yeah, it's over $2 here.
Yeah, it's over $2 here.
Yeah.
But $2 is, I think, about 160, 180 over here. So it's still a hell of a lot bleeding cheaper.
Yeah, I mean, my gas over here is ridiculous. I just moved from Los Angeles, and my friend sent me a picture. It was $8.10 at this one gas station per gallon. I'm like, that's insane. In Los Angeles, like, forget it. Just move, dude, because like you won't be able to afford life. It's too expensive.
Well, that's the other thing too. Like, people invest in crypto when things are going well in life and they have money to burn. I mean, you can't use crypto. Well, depends on where you are, but in most civilized places, you can't use crypto to put food on your table and to buy gas.
I have a Binance card. I can use it in a shop. I can buy food and I can buy gas. So technically,
I said
yes
in most
and no.
places.
Yes. Canada, for one, I don't think he likes Trude. He doesn't like Bitcoin, does he?
Who?
Was he not? What's his name? What's Trudy, or the Prime Minister?
Trudeau?
Oh, you mean our dictator?
Oh, sorry, I don't speak French. Sorry. I
heard he's a big XRP holder.
Oh, really?
Because his brother is a huge crypto guy.
Oh,
I think he does. I think he does like a paper wallet. I don't know. He does something. He's been in the crypto space for many years.
Oh wow!
I think he's a big advocate of the Toronto Protocol. If you know what that is.
No, I don't.
No. Basically, the Toronto Protocol was a book written in the 1960s about how the world was going to encapsulate a one world order and all the steps they were going to take.
Hang on, I'll have to give me a tinfoil hat. It's just in the kitchen.
If you read it, like 90% of them have already happened, kind of thing. So,
yeah. I don't know. You know, like with crypto, you know, it's like I think like
it's still new.
Is it Venezuela? Who was it? Venezuela that made it? Not Venezuela. What was the country that made it their currency?
Cambodia, Colombia, around that area.
I don't know. They made it their currency, and I know that they bought the dip. So I think they're waiting for that.
Oh, he doubled. He doubled
what
he had or tripled.
Yeah,
he's pumped right into it.
And I read some other story about some family that right before the crash happened, he cashed out all his Bitcoin in Portugal, and there was no taxes because Portugal has some like no tax thing. Of course, he has to stay in Portugal, but but hell yeah, hell
that's
money
why. What's his name? Alien. We've had him on a few times. The Irish guy, he's now in Portugal for his project because there's no taxes.
Yeah, no, it's a tax thing. Yeah, I heard that. Man. Crazy, man.
They basically just beat you up for money. Is that their solution to taxes?
Yeah, I think they're like, hey, you know, you take the taxes out here, you just stay here for a while. You know, you spend your money here. I think that's what they're thinking.
They've also decriminalized certain drugs over there. So it's kind of
like Amsterdam. It's like Amsterdam.
Yeah.
Yes and no. I mean, I think you can get away with carrying X amount, and then with the carry C accounting over that, you're sent to a rehab clinic to get clean. Like, because that's what every junkie wants to do is get clean, not look for the next shop.
Yeah, we tried that in Canada and didn't work, especially in Hamilton. We just have methadone clinics everywhere, and they're basically needles just thrown in junkies everywhere. So,
oh my gosh, where's Hamilton at? Is that in Toronto?
Hamilton is 45 minutes south of Toronto, so it's between Niagara. If you look at like Lake Ontario, it's on like the southwestern tip.
Gotcha.
Yeah, it's a steel town basically. So
and where are you at, Sean? Are you in Toronto area, or are you somewhere else in Canada?
Who, me?
Yeah, you, Sean.
Oh, I live in Hamilton.
Hamilton. Okay, cool. So you're right there. You know the space. Very good.
I lived in Hamilton briefly.
Oh, very cool.
Is that what happened to you? He lived there and then it went downhill, or was this before, or was this after he left?
It's the city of one-way streets.
It is, yes.
And you can marry your sister.
Toronto, it's actually a fun fact. Toronto and Hamilton are the only true cities in all of Ontario.
Really?
Because they have a downtown core. They were built before the 1800s, and they basically had an industry built around them, kind of thing. And
I believe Yonge Street's the longest street in Canada.
Yeah, it might be. Yeah. We basically just absorb all the cities around us, kind of thing. So like you've got the GTA and you've got the Greater Hamilton area, and they're basically just kind of grading against each other around like Oakville, I think now.
Man. Well, now what kind of drops, Sean, do you have coming up? By the way, just so I don't, before I forget, is there anything that we should know about that we want?
So basically, how does it work? Okay, so basically, every week I do an auction so I do framed pieces of my work for 1 of 1 mints every weekend. So it's kind of a round kind of thing. I'll do 1 or 2 or 3 of those, and basically. You basically get to see if you can bid against the Blue Wizard or one of my other heavy rollers to see if you can get it, because they're highly, highly territorial of those pieces, let's just say.
Nice.
And so like sometimes Blue will he'll drop like 800 wax on one just because he wants it, kind of thing. And so, but for the drops, basically, as you can see on my site, I have a lot of drops. Kind of thing that have just accumulated over time, kind of thing. And
he's also staking on that on Mike's site.
Waxed
out. Yeah.
Are you doing that too? Oh, that's great, Sean.
Yeah.
I love the waxed out, man. I can't speak highly enough of that, because I think that really leveled the playing field for a lot of collections, which is a good thing to see. I like that.
Those competitions in his Telegram, and he had this stupid card game on really last week.
All of a sudden.
Say that one more time, Crackers. You crackle.
Yeah, sorry. So last weekend, I was in Sean's room. He had this card game up on. He had to get the highest score for Discman, one of his Discman's NFTs.
Yeah.
Right. And do you remember Outrun? Where you couldn't hit the edges, you couldn't hit oil, you couldn't hit cars beside you, you'd crash out.
Yeah.
So literally on the phone, you had to go left to right. It was the most infuriating.
And then Corey came and just obliterated the scores. Oh my god! So basically, I tried to make it so that was really hard, because I just started doing mystery boxes, and I love mystery boxes because it gives people a chance to spend lots of money without knowing what they're getting, right? Just like, do you want the boat or do you want the mystery box? Family Guy,
Let's make a deal. What's behind door number 1?
So, but I kind of switched it up a little, right? Because I have a lot of blends, right?
Yeah.
For a lot of my work, but they've kind of strewn out over time. Like I had the master one, like there's like a golden spinning disc on my thing. That's kind of like the master one for a lot of the collections.
Right.
But you still have to know what you're doing in Chronaverse in order to really profit from it, which means like people that have been there from the start, they can profit massively on it because they understand it more than the majority of people do. But with the mystery boxes, you get a chance to randomly get stuff. And then you're like, oh, what's this? What have I gotten? Kind of thing. And then you kind of come into the world and you learn more from it, kind of thing. So like the first mystery boxes have pretty much almost any blend piece that you can get.
Nice. But
they also have like a very low probability of getting Discmans, and also the golden box, which is basically... it's worth like 600 wax just on its own, kind of thing. And those boxes will give you like the highest things in the collection. Like there's one piece that was like maybe 10 of them made. It's called the Cosmic Mosaic.
Okay.
Cosmic Heart of the Universe Mosaic. And those went from like 10,000 to 8,000 US dollars each.
Wow, man.
Yeah.
Wow.
Because it's like they're like 21 feet across.
Wow.
I think the actual piece. So, because what originally what I was going to do is that before crypto and stuff, I was gearing my art towards like hotels and businesses and places like that. And I wanted them to be blown up huge,
big,
kind of like, like a corporate wall foyer when you go in kind of thing.
Yeah.
That was my thing. So I was experimenting with mosaicing my pieces. So basically you take an art piece, you take a 3x3 grid,
right?
And then you take another one of your art piece and you color it. And then each of those art pieces become a specific color. And then you kind of like when you see like one of those overall images that's created out of a bunch of other little bases kind of thing. But it's like that, but with my art. So if you zoom into them, you can actually see pieces of my art in various parts of the colors. So it's tiled kind of thing. So that's why it's so huge. It was the first and only one of its kind so far that I've done. The rest I kind of like my art's evolved over time. So like originally I made like some of my digital pieces for desktop backgrounds back in the day, and then I made them bigger when I realized I could sell them and stuff like that. So my art's kind of evolved depending on the use case kind of thing. Like I haven't even scratched the surface of what I can do. Like because it's the Chronaverse, it's like a universe, right? So I can I have like I remember they were kind of pissed off at me at first because originally when you made a collection, you were supposed to have a schema that was like that was your collection kind of thing. You had like one type of art, and I have like 21 schemas in mine because I have so many different types of art that I've done over the years that I basically just categorized it into types. So I've got like traditional, I've got vector art, I've got cosmic art.
What's your favorite medium to work in? What do you like the best, digital, or do you like just doing it by hand?
I like doing it by hand because that's how I was raised. I colored it by hand. I inked it by hand, or I did pencil by hand kind of thing. And so those ones obviously take the longest. Like I have the number one piece in the collection is like some of my anime pieces. And like the one that's the number one took, I think it was 3 years to finish.
Oh man.
Just because like there's a lot of hair, there's a lot of feathers in it for the wings and stuff. And there's like a lot of layering. And obviously the wings have to be entirely symmetrical kind of thing. So that piece, I think on my website sells for like $4,000 kind of thing. So
nice.
So like this, and that's the other thing too. Like I'm not just somebody who got into the cryptosphere and you're like, okay, I need to make art to make money on this, right? I was already an artist. I was already doing shows in Toronto and places like that, having my stuff in galleries and restaurants and all that stuff. So basically for me, it was just like, okay, I have all this art. What am I going to do with it kind of thing?
Sure.
And so like for me, it's just been like trying to process 30 years worth of art kind of thing through my collection. And so obviously sometimes you get people and they're like, well, this piece is really shit compared to this piece. Are you just not trying hard enough? It's like, well, no, this piece I did yesterday. This piece I did 20 years ago kind of thing, right? But I'm not putting them out in order. I'm basically just vomiting them out as I go kind of thing. So it makes people kind of confused as to the quality difference is like. And so for those ones, I just kind of try to put them out as sketches or I'll kind of jazz them up before I put them out kind of thing. And so like I remember this one guy, people love to take my snapshots and be like, this piece is shit. I'm like, well, that's because it's a blend piece. If you see the final piece, it's a lot more jazzed up kind of thing.
Yeah, blends are funny, you know, because like, you know, like people that get them totally get them and they're into the blends, you know, but people that don't get them, they just don't get them, man. Like they're just like, you know, it's really funny how that happens. You know, like packs seem to be pretty universal. People just like that excitement of a pack.
Right.
But like the blends are, I've noticed it's been like hit or miss. Like some people really love it, or I get the collectors that are like, I don't want to burn the first piece though.
No, the first piece generally you don't burn kind of thing. And so like with my collection, because a lot of it's stakeable now, people are like, oh, phew, I can do something with it kind of thing, right? right. Like I remember when I had the first golden mystery box, it's stakeable for 1,250 Ether each. Nice. So the guy who got Corey, who got it from the Formula 1 game that Crackers was talking about. Because I mean, I had it where like for every 100 that you got in the game, you got a mystery box. For every 500 you got a Discman, and then if you got to 1,000, you got the golden box. And I'm like, okay, well, most people can't even get to 100. Nobody's going to get to 1,000. And then Corey came along and she's like, here we go, I got 1,100. I'm like, oh fuck. So he got the first mint of that, and so he's like, oh, I'm not going to open it, I'll just stake it kind of thing.
Oh man.
And that was the other funny thing with the mystery boxes. I originally had like a 50% chance of getting try agains, right? And so I was going to have it so like if you got 100 of them, you could actually blend a golden box. But what I didn't realize is that I actually made the try again stakeable as well.
Oh,
so people are like, well, I'm not going to do anything in this. I just get free money. I'm like, oh.
Hey guys, I'm going to do a quick giveaway for the people in the YouTube chat really quick. Since you guys have been patiently sitting here listening to us talk about the world of Chronaverse here. So this one is going to be for this pack right here. It is a Neon Space 5-pack. I believe this is the 5-pack. Yep, Blockchain Boulevard. So let's see who's going to get this one.
Sean, you doing a game this weekend or?
Pardon? Oh, yeah. I guess I'm gonna have to do a new game, right? My
problem try to get something like Flappy Bird.
I don't like a lot of the games. That's the problem. So if I don't want to play it, I'm not going to make other people play it.
That's half the fun, though. You get the worst game. I get ET, for instance, where you get stuck on it and you have to quit. You should get that game on there, and just so no one can actually win, but you're like, oh, it's a winning game, lads. You can get this score.
True. I could do that. I can make it like you need to get like 5,000.
It'd be cool to create a game where you put an NFT that's like a box prize. Mm-hmm. Somebody buys it and they try to open it and they can't open it, so they have to sell it, and maybe the next guy can open it.
That's kind of funny, TC. Like kind of like a Russian roulette box, dude.
Yeah,
like,
you know
who's gonna get you know who's gonna win. That's hilarious.
Actually did that. I don't know how they did it. On Galactic 123, they had it where like you could get a pack and like there was a certain % chance that it would be empty. And so everyone was pissed off because it's like it was a very high chance that it would be empty, right? So like you were trying to craft this thing in the game, and so like every single time I had like 8 in a row that were empty.
Oh my god,
it's fucking ridiculous.
I think Prankster did that as well. Prankster did a pack where
he did do something like that. What was that? Was that the brick one? Like
you can either win a brick, or I think you lose, try again, or something like this.
Yeah,
which is why
I think it was 6 or 7 to 1 that you would get.
Prankster, if you're at Duck Blob, if you're out there, come back on the show, man. Let's talk about your old stuff, because you did some really cool, funny blend stuff that was really cool. I remember those things. It was really cool.
Don't know how many times he's changed his name at this point.
Anyway, the winner of that 5-pack from Neon Space is The Adventures of Minor X. Congrats. Go ahead and contact me on Twitter at MORBS15 with your wax ID. I will send that on over to you. And I'm going to do another quick giveaway. Let's do something else. See what else I have in my wallet over here. The wallet of goodies. I'm like, no one's getting my Heroes of Midgard. Everyone get back. No one's getting those. Let's do another one of these Brad Unit booster packs from Floyd Jenkins. Okay, we'll do one of these. So this one is going to be for, if it pulls up, that's weird. There it is. The booster pack, the Brad Unit booster pack. So let's see who's going to win this. Here we go. Marcus, you won the Floyd Jenkins pack. Go ahead and get in contact with me. You know how to get in contact with me. We'll do it. Super, super, super cool. And Bone, didn't you have some cool like blend stuff too? Robert Bone is in the YouTube audience, and he does some really cool blend stuff as well.
Have you watched any of his Adult Swim stuff?
Oh my god, the Swams, dude! I love Swam. Dude, I'll play Swams right now. If Bond gave me the okay, I will play Swams because I love Swams too. He's very particular, very particular.
No.
It's too good.
You should do a KFC special where he's cooking Swams.
Yeah, totally.
Hey, I suppose since we're in July, we might as well talk about Wax Tax 5. Yep. Or do you want to press yourself yet? Or do you want to wait a while?
No.
Do you still have the list?
We can do it. I just don't know the date. Let's see. When can we do it? We already have everybody for it, right? I think the whole thing's packed already, right?
Yeah.
So
the thing is packed. I just don't know the list off the top of my head. And we know it's in the chat, and I know we have it somewhere.
Yeah.
We do have the list of who's in it. Just bear with me. I will check.
Oh, wait. I think I might have it on my phone.
We're very professional here.
Super
That's
professional.
Why I was going to check.
Area Wax Attacks 5. We have Cole, the Giant Giraffe. Abstract Dragon. We have Frame Games. Cactus Art. Demon Doodle. Sorry about that. Monster Vision. JRG. Doge Fellas. And Urban Culture. And I think that's all of them. I might be missing one. I think I'm missing one. I don't know who it is, but we'll find out who that is.
I'm nearly sure Monster wants to do a live set during or after.
Yeah, let's do it.
I know he has a new single dropping on the 18th of this month.
Yeah.
I'm trying to think what news I have. Oh, Mad Labs, the Boris pen arts.
Yeah.
Have you seen the lab?
Yeah, I did see that.
Phase 3.
It looked really cool. I saw JRG's one. It looked really cool.
There's Legendary, and I actually have an article to go drop of it tonight anyway myself. Because I was talking to the man himself. He's still struggling to get supplies up.
Oh, really?
But what he's bringing out this stuff is amazing.
Yeah, it is. It's super cool. So there's
music in this, by the way.
Oh, there is. Oh, there is.
Yes, I'm sure JRG has one.
Oh, cool.
Sounds has one. Monster is the main one, and Yoshi also features.
Very cool.
With music.
Very cool. Yeah, DeBoers is great, man. He's another guy that does hand art, and then he digitizes it afterwards. Really cool stuff. Really cool stuff. Awesome.
He's also looking for Phase 4 as well.
That's cool. Yeah, these are the ones, the full ones. So, the Brett one came out really cool, dude. The Brett one's awesome. Broken Dolls is cool. E-Girls.
That's Crypto Swatch there, the corner.
Yeah, I think so, right? Oh, that's Magenta. And then this is Crypto Swatch, JRG, RAR, Rusty the Red Panda. I think this is Crypt. Is that it? Yeah, I think so. And some other ones. Really cool stuff. Really cool stuff. Go check them out as well. Really cool stuff that's been dropping this week. What else has been dropping? What else dropped? Oh, Heroes of Midgard. Heroes of Midgard. Go check that stuff out. So Smeal and Quacks and
6 p.m.
6 p.m. They put out Heroes of Midgard last week. Really cool stuff. Let me see if I can find it. Midgard. Yeah, let's see. Quacks. They look like this. You guys have probably seen them come through your Twitter feeds. Really cool art, guys.
It's all for a comic. This is all going. They're all going to feature in a comic that's, I think, the weekly drop in their Discord channel.
Yep.
And then you will have your characters can feature if they want or will feature.
Yep.
No
there
way.
is.
Yeah, they featured a Satoshi one. I'm trying to find it right now. Where did it go here? Let me see.
I think there's a Kuma one, a Satoshi one. It's a 3 or 4.
Yeah, there's a bunch of them. The art's amazing. Far? Yeah, I think
season 2 already.
There it is. There's a Satoshi one. So this was one from Smeal. Super cool stuff, man. So Satoshi with the laser eyes. But yeah, so go check out Heroes of Midgard. Super cool project. And what's another one that came out recently too? And I'm trying to think. It's on the top of my head, and I can't think of it. Anyway, and there's also crazy stuff like wax scams, which popped up, which is crazy. And you're finding out different things about the wax community. So it's weird. I would love to have some people on eventually, maybe have a weird show, like where people just come and talk it out, man, because there's a lot of FUD happening out there. And I want to get down to the nitty gritty of it, you know?
What, Jerry Springer special?
Oh man, I'm telling you, we should have Duck Blob host that one. We'll have Duck Blob come back, host that special, and we'll see what happens.
We'd all be kicked off wax.
Totally.
I'm going to say it's BC Brawlers. That's all I'm going to say. I'm not going to go any further.
Oh, you slowly I turn. That's what's going to happen. You'll hear BCB and they'll all go ape shit. But hey, they just sold out their other game too, the Music Mogul. I
got into that one.
You got in on it. How is that game? Is there anything playable yet?
The game is not scheduled. I think. I don't know. It's not going to be for a while.
So it's click and collect again, is it?
It's basically give us the money so we can build something.
Or just give us the money.
Or just give us the money. Yeah. Exactly.
We could rug pull after $11 million.
Oh my God. Let's just hope that doesn't happen. I'm just going to give them the benefit of the doubt, and we'll just leave it at that. But
I don't think it would be in their best interest to do that.
I don't think it would be either. But
I mean, if they want to really crap out on Wax Studio, this is not the play that they'd want to go.
Sure, exactly.
Depends on how much money you get.
Sean's like, it depends on the amount. It depends on the amount you can run with. Is there an exit strategy? Something like that. But let's hope that's not the case. I'm hoping, in the real world, to make a game, guys, it's a pain in the butt. It takes a long time, especially like a AAA game or something like that. So I get it. The time aspect, I totally understand. But people are making some points too, which I get to. So
it's not that what we have Wax Labs. It's not the whole point of Wax Labs is to kind of go, right, this is what I have, this is what I want to create.
Right.
They say no, and then they create their own game.
Right.
Is that not how they do it at the moment? It's that you go to them with an idea, they say no, and then create something totally similar.
It's I'm gonna go no comment on that, Crackers, because we
no. All joking aside, and all piss taken. Like Wax Labs should be there to stop rug pulls. That someone goes, look, I have an idea.
Yeah.
We have a developer. We have this. We just need the finances to do it. And instead of going, let's create this brilliant idea, create a brilliant white paper. We'll do a great sale. We don't have enough money. We're underdeveloped. We don't have anyone to fall back on, ask questions. Let's just rug pull.
Right.
And I'm wondering if Wax Labs was more involved in the game development and helped these games along, would it stop rug pulls?
It could have.
I think it could have. If they give a percentage of the sales or whatever, I think that would be a good move.
Yeah. I mean, there has to be some kind of safety kind of setup eventually here. I'm sure they're probably figuring that out, or maybe they're not. I don't know, but it's I hope that they see that there's bad players, and it really turns off a lot of people on Wax, because it's like a lot of people are introduced sometimes to Wax because of a game, and then if they feel like
I'd love to see an indie game come out on Wax that's not play to earn. It's just a game that your NFTs.
A real game?
Yes, like a playable game that shoots.
A playable game where your NFTs are your clothing or your weapons. Yeah. So basically, you design yourself.
What?
So
I can't make money on the game? Is that what you're saying?
Right.
TC's out.
I'm out of this conversation.
I just think they should just do leaderboards. I think leaderboards is just a simple solution to that. Look, you like the game, play the game. You're good at the game, you get rewarded. Other than that, like the clicker part is what I think turns off the real gaming community. Because
yes,
I mean, you go talk to the real gaming community, they hate NFT games. They hate them.
Have you played? All right, I'm gonna be sad here, and probably none of us have played it. Ever played Fall Guy?
I haven't played that
Fall
yet.
Guy?
It's the most addictive, annoying fucking game in the world. But it's brilliant. It's brilliant.
Is it wax?
No, it's a PlayStation 4 game, right? So basically,
it's an actual game. That's why it's fun.
But now half the fun is you can earn the characters' costumes, and some of the costumes are brilliant. Nice. Like one of them was a Godzilla, a silver chrome Godzilla.
Oh, nice.
Or one was just being cheesy with a block of cheese on top of your head. But I mean, to have that kind of where you could create your NFTs could be the costumes.
Yeah.
So like Call of Duty do your gun packs, and it's £9.90, but £9.99 you get your gun that has American flag on it, or it's gold with polka dots or something silly.
Right.
That's the avenue what games should be running off. It's not to build it. What?
I found it kind of kitschy though. I mean, just play a game because you're getting skins, kind of thing.
People do it all the time. You look at Counter-Strike. People
lots
are paying
of money on skins.
500, €1,000 on a skin. €1,000 on a skin. So as much as you can say it's sketchy and blah blah blah, it makes money.
Yeah, I don't know. I think it's going to be a while till we see an actual real game on our planet, just because of the way it's structured, kind of thing.
Yeah, it's kind of hard because the people that it's kind of like with music NFTs. Like the people buying music NFTs aren't necessarily your normal music crowd. It's people that are already in crypto that understand that they can buy with crypto. So it's a little bit different market. It's kind of the same thing I think with a gaming with crypto. It's like if you're not into crypto and you're a gamer, you don't want to play crypto games. You just won't. And then when you go there, you're coming from like a AAA like battle royale game to like click this button every hour. They're like
basically.
I don't get it.
It's just glorified slave labor pretending to be a video game. It's like click this so that we can get our tokens, kind of thing.
Right, totally right. Totally.
Just think of the finger injuries. Just think of the finger injuries.
Well, and the irony is that people are like, "Oh, well, you're free from having a job." It's like, well, you've gone from having an 8-hour job to having a 24-hour job every day, where you get less and less money every day.
Right.
I think the whole thing about click to end games is if you're not in the first month or two, you won't see profit.
100%. That's 100% true, Cracker.
And that's the problem. That's the problem.
What?
If you miss the launch, if you miss that launch drop, it's like you pretty much aren't going to be able to profit.
Well, you got to ride the wave from the start to the end. Basically,
so what? Really you get at the high and then sell it at the low.
Yep.
Is that not the bad way of doing crypto? Is buy it high, sell it low?
Never buy it high.
But that's how everyone does it.
That's why my pockets are full of lint at the moment. I was buying it high and selling it low. I thought it was got it all wrong.
Man.
No, I'll
hold on to everything forever. That's my thing.
I just saw a tweet come through Twitter the other day where like the family writes to their son like, you made us buy Ethereum at 4,000. It's at 1,000 now. Fix this. I'm like, oh man. That's
Did you not see the tweet from your man Victor this week?
Oh yeah. So
praising Wax. Praising.
Well, it's not about Wax. It's EOS.
EOS.
So
EOS.
let's
Wax
say
is
it's
built
EOS.
on.
Did you see that meme where the guy's like, why did you name my sister NFT? He's like, oh, I named her after the second worst mistake I ever made. He's like, oh, thanks, Dad. He's like, you're welcome, Luna.
There's actually another one called Alan. Why am I called Alan? And why is my daughter called Paris?
Right.
You work it out. I'm not saying it. I'm not getting in trouble.
Oh my gosh, that's too funny, man.
Oh,
do you know what? It is. Wax is a funny old community. It really is, because as much as people whinge and blah blah blah, they go mad for a drop, and that's the funniest thing is no matter most drops sell out.
You know what I love?
What?
The fact that Atomic Hub still doesn't have a proper interface for drops.
I don't understand that. I still, I know they made a big improvement, which, props out to Atomic Hub. It does look much better, guys. You guys definitely
visually
improved.
It's way better than
way better. But I don't understand why you guys don't have drops yet. Like, it is kind of odd, like, why don't you have this like basic?
Do you know how you have to make drops through Atomic Hub? It's the most convoluted process ever.
I remember doing blocks a long time ago.
Do blocks,
and I have a lot of mistakes on blocks.
One mistake, and oops.
Yeah, totally. But yeah, I mean, Nifty kind of has that. And it's like now I've been kind of playing around on the Proton network a little bit too, and that's nice as well. And that's an EOS based network as well. So Vitalik, he put out this tweet that he was like, EOS is Ethereum on steroids, but half the people are interpreting it like he was kind of making a joke, and the other people are interpreting it like, no, this is the sign. This is the sign that's going to break. So it's like I don't know how to interpret it.
ETH is already broken.
What was that, Sean?
I can't bring myself to go over to another blockchain. I'm just highly suspicious.
Yeah. I think I like a lot of stuff that's kind of happening, at least over here on the Wax thing. It's still moving forward. At least the community, I think, because there was never that big money grab as far as like the coin ever really hit the big money spot, that it's different. Like, people were just always creating just to create anyway, so it was like not a big deal. It goes back to 10 cents.
I remember like, this was before you guys came, but there was a point where like celebrities suddenly got wind of NFTs, and they started doing it, and like Wax's value went up to like $1 or $2 like overnight, and like people were like, oh, it's great. And then they're like, oh, wait a minute, I can't afford to buy NFTs anymore.
Sure.
Right. So like there's two sides of it. Either like Wax is 10 cents and you're not making a profit, or Wax is $2 and you can't afford to buy Wax.
Which happened, recently when it went up to $1 in, was it September, August, right around there? Crackers, right around there? Yeah. So last September, it went up to about $1. And all of us creators, we didn't know what to do, because we're like, we just listed that for 50 Wax or 60 Wax, because at the time it was only 20 cents, but now it's like, it's literally like it just jumped in price like exponentially, and like now we're like, how do we reprice it? Are we still pricing in Wax? Are we pricing to the dollar? It kind of messes things up, so I mean, I want it to pop. We would all like to see Wax go to like the moon.
What was the ATH is what, 350, isn't it?
What was that?
The ATH, the all-time high was 350.
Yeah, 350 or around almost $4, I think was the all-time high. But that was way before I was here.
When it first started, probably.
Yeah, probably like more like when Sean started. Yeah.
But I'd be very surprised that we'd see it again. Well, we'll see $1 this year. Never mind $4. Let's be honest.
I don't know when it's going to move.
Look, if I don't see 5 cents, we might see 20 cents.
Maybe.
I mean,
I think people look at it the wrong way. I mean, people should be looking at this like a casino, not like an RRSP or 411 for Americans kind of thing, which a lot of people tried to do. And now, well, sorry about your luck, but you should never go in with money that you don't want to lose.
Yeah,
that's 100%.
That's rule number one.
Yeah,
that's in any investment
money at all.
Yeah, that's in stock markets and anything. That's the same thing.
People don't listen. People think, oh yeah, everything's going up.
Sure.
But if you stop, and the hilarious thing is, as much cryptocurrency is not based on the banks or what's going around the world, it's all connected anyway, because all it takes is one rumor that the inflation's going up. Crypto takes an
all I can say.
Yep.
All I can say about since being in NFTs is I've saved thousands and thousands and thousands of dollars not buying other shit.
Are you sure that's not the pandemic and not the NFTs?
I used to be a tech nerd, and the amount of shit I used to buy, related,
a ton, huh? Oh, man.
You're still a tech nerd, TC. Yeah. Don't deny that. We can tell you're a tech nerd. I seen yourself when you had no power. You had like 30 fucking battery packs there for no reason.
Yeah, dude, you're like the master of the solar off the grid system, man. That is, I gotta get some lessons, man, for sure. But awesome, man. Well, we've hit a little bit over the hour, guys. So we'll probably like start calling it. Sean, I appreciate you, man, for coming in. I love talking to you, man. You got to come back, talk with us. It's always good to get the insight from the OGs, man. I like hearing from the OGs. Yep. So, because you guys have seen it from the trenches, man, from the beginning, it's a different perspective, from the ones that just hopped in right when it's kind of like now moving, where Wax finally is talking to the artist, like before when it was just like we were random pieces that were there, So
well, it's nice being OG because you're kind of untouchable, right? I mean, people are like, "Oh, don't shoot an enemy's been around since before you."
Don't do that. You just shoot yourself in the foot saying you're an OG. Saying that you can't get.
Oh, come on! I shoot myself in the foot every week for something or other.
I know. Don't you worry. I've seen the comments. I've seen the posts.
It's just hate in the end.
It's a lot of things is the snowflake society, and I'm gonna get in trouble for saying that myself. But saying that,
when you offend them, what else do they got?
Oh man. Well, we're gonna call it, guys.
Always be true to yourself. Don't try to change yourself.
That's right.
Piss everyone off.
That's the way I like it.
That's right. Go Duck Blobs. All right. So anyway,
BC Brawlers for life. Duck Bob.
We're gonna get you back on here, Duck Blobs. We got to get you on. So anyway,
he's gone off the grid again, I think.
Oh, he'll pop back on. He's an amazing animator, man. Really good artist, man, and a good guy, actually, a really good person. So it's
it's easy to wind up. It's fun.
Yeah, but it's funny to wind him up about the whole. You can throw a couple subjects and he'll go. He'll really give you his
bite. Right.
All right, guys.
I think it's 25-2 here. I'm going to fucking bed, lads.
All
I
right.
don't mean to be rude, but fuck it. Right, folks.
See you guys. All right. See you next week. Adios.
See you then.